Hello friends, I'm in Seattle. I'm going out to enjoy the nature, and I'll share with you a couple of stories on life and leadership in this video. And I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I'm a server of Brainstroke in the year 2021. So this is the home where my younger son Ramakrishna Sai lives, and these are the houses in and around in our near our home. So you can see houses, very beautiful. They are all independent houses. So now I'll walk and talk various aspects. So first let me introduce myself. My name is Professor M.S.Rao. I have authored 53 books, including the award-winning book titled See the Light in You, for which the Nobel laureate His Holiness Dalai Lama has written a foreword. I have 43 years of diversified experience, including Indian Air Force, business, teaching and training. I'm a late bloomer, dyslexic, ADHD and OCD, and I had brain stroke in the year 2021. I don't have two-wheeler, I don't have four-wheeler, and I'm 61 years old with mental challenges, physical challenges and financial challenges, and I was born into a toxic family and grew up into a toxic environment. So despite all the challenges, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix. Sometimes I'm stammering, sometimes I'm repeating because of the brain stroke. It's close to 4 years. I still have challenges, and I can't type with my right hand, and I can't eat with my right hand. My right shoulder and right hand is numb. So these are the challenges I am having. This is briefly about my introduction, about my challenges. Apart from that, I am an author, researcher and a storyteller, and I create my own stories and to make a difference and impact humankind. And I create models, methods, frameworks, perspectives, and recently I started my own philosophy. So like that, lots of things I do it. I am very curious and creative by nature. I enjoy adding value and impacting humankind. So this is about my introduction, and so let me briefly share with you about Seattle life. This Seattle is a very beautiful city, and people are very amicable and adjustable, and they respect LGBT, and they respect diversity, and they are very warm and friendly. So I love this city, and I came to Seattle for the first time, and I am in Seattle in USA, and I'm in Seattle with my wife and younger son in Seattle, and my younger son paid the bills, everything, and sponsored a trip, and for more than 4 months my wife and I have been in Seattle. We are enjoying precious moments in Seattle, and the weather in Seattle is very pleasant and very good and very beautiful city, but again sometimes weather keeps changing, and weather is not predictable. Now we entered into winter, and it's very cold, and so this is about it. And I have a chronic back pain since 2007. And second thing, I had a brain stroke in the year 2021. I am a survivor of brain stroke. Two. Then third, I have internal allergies. So life is very challenging and complex. So despite all the challenges, I am moving. And what can't be cured must be endured. Now, when we talk about Seattle, Seattle is more expensive than Dallas, and it is less expensive than New York. And overall, it's a beautiful city and a very nice city, and the people are well behaved and well mannered. So I love this city and the people also. And there are some couple of companies which are that are operating in Seattle. Some of them are Costco, Starbucks, Nordstrom, Alaska Airlines, Boeing, Microsoft, Amazon. So these are all the companies which are doing good, and they are very successful companies. Of course, every company has got its own challenges and opportunities, and so entrepreneurship is not easy and very tough. And Jeff Bezos started Amazon from garage. So he had a vision, then he started, and he is very successful, and he's a billionaire. I think probably one of the fifth richest persons in the world in one generation. So you can imagine how things rolled out. So when you are passionate about something, you will get things will fall into the place. Of course, it's easier said than done, because everyone has vision, everyone has passion in their areas of interest, but things won't work out for many of the people. And people want to succeed as an individual, and also companies want to succeed. But again, everything happens, and we can't predict what happens about entrepreneurship. So now, when we talk about entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship is very challenging. Entrepreneurship is a dog fight, and entrepreneurship is for brave-hearted, not for faint-hearted. And people want to become entrepreneurs, but things don't fall into the place. But when you work with passion and dedication, then you are likely to succeed. And most of the companies most of the people, they fail due to external threats, due to various other challenges, maybe because they lack focus, maybe because some of the people, they give up. I wanted to become an entrepreneur, and I could not succeed as an entrepreneur, and finally I became a educator in the year 2007. So it's my personal life. I took a diversion because there was no support for me from other sources. I had to do things of my own. But okay, fine. All that happens for good. So this life happens the way it happens, but still you have to keep moving. So now I am standing at the junction, and it's you can see people, and this is Seattle supermarket. So now I am standing here. I'm standing here just so I'm standing here because I'm walking with my wife, and so my wife and I are walking now to enjoy the nature, and it's very clean city and no pollution in Seattle. Very beautiful city. So I love this city. So right now I'm standing here. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, some people might think that entrepreneurs is very challenging and we lose money, but it's part of the game, entrepreneurship. And when you look at an individual, as an individual also, life itself is risky. What happens next, that we can't predict. So that's about life. And not to take a risk is also a risk. So you have to take a risk, right? That's what I believe. So you must take risk so that if you succeed, it's fine. If you fail, you learn lessons and you become a philosopher or you become a guide for others. So I'm very optimistic about my life. So I failed as an entrepreneur, but I became a guide and mentor for others. Fine. The way it is. So I have taken everything in my own way, in a positive way. And I wanted to publish a book on entrepreneurship, and already wrote a book, but I could not publish because for the last 4 years I have some health challenges in view of the brain stroke. In fact, I authored 60 books, but published only 53 books. 7 books are still pending to be updated and to be published. So right now I can't write with my right hand, and I can't eat with my right hand, and I can't type with my right hand. So I have health challenges, and so my brain stroke was the dampener, and I would have been dead, but I survived. So the good news is that I survived from my brain stroke, and I keep walking now. Of course, I am not able to walk confidently after the brain stroke, but I'm somehow managing, and this is what is happening. And I published 53 books, and I published more than 300 research papers, and I published more than 1,000 articles. Precisely, I made my debut as an author in the year 2010, published around 53 books, and published more than 300 research papers, and published more than 1,000 articles within a span of I think 14 to 15 years. So this is the kind of impact I have made as an individual, and I am a workaholic. I work very hard. I wake up morning 4 o'clock, night 10 o'clock I sleep. So morning to night I work hard, and I wrote books. So, and I serve on the editorial boards of various international journals, including JVPL of USA and DLO of Emerald from UK. And I was a regular contributor to the Entrepreneur magazine, which is a very reputed one. So this is about that. Sometimes I am stuck while walking. After the brain stroke, I am stuck for a few seconds. Then again I reconnect the dots. So especially when people are walking on the road, I'll observe them, and I take initiative. So I am very open, and I talk to unknown people so that I can learn something new from them. So that when I learn something new from them, so I'll add value and share with the people. So I believe in acquiring knowledge and sharing my knowledge. Sharing is caring is my slogan. So I add value and share my knowledge free of cost. So I have 4 blogs and 3 YouTube channels. And now again, when we talk about entrepreneurship, it has to be edited, and it is closely related to leadership. But the book is yet to be published. So for the last 4 years, I am not able to edit and update my books. Hopefully, I will overcome my health challenges. Then I will complete my pending book proposals, which are around, I think, 7 book proposals. And publishers are coming forward to my publish, because already I published 53 books. That's the credibility I have. So publishers are coming forward to publish, but I am not in a hurry, and also I have health challenges. So once I overcome challenges, and I will complete my pending book proposals. So this the book on entrepreneurship takes some more time, maybe 6 months or 1 year. It would take to overcome my health challenges. Then I will start writing books. Just a moment. So I think I have seen a woman, she's smoking something, she's enjoying smoke. So there is a lot of liberty here. This is a medical center. So okay, I was waiting for a moment to talk. So this is about the book on entrepreneurship. So what I do is I've been hitting gym for more than 40 years. That's one thing. And for 1 year I took a break in the year 2021 because of the brain stroke. So I started walking for a year. Then I continued I subscribed to gym. Then again I moved to USA. For the last 4 months I am in USA. I am in Seattle. So now I don't have. Now I can't go to the gym for time being. So then again, when I go to India, then I will continue my gym activities. So now I want to utilize my time by walking and enjoying the nature. And I have a chronic back pain since 2007. So I am walking with my wife, so that we are enjoying the nature here. Weather is very pleasant, but it's very cold now. Now we entered into winter, so very tough. And I am holding my smartphone with the left hand, and it's very stressful and painful to hold my smartphone. And I can't shift my phone from left hand to right hand, as my right hand and right shoulder is numb. So this is the challenge, but still I am recording. So please empathize with me and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And when I walk and talk, I share lots of knowledge. I have 43 years of experience. Then I am 61 years old. So I observe a lot. So I connect the dots. So that's how I do it. So I have published 53 books, and 7 more books are pending. So lots of knowledge I am having. So I want my knowledge should be shared. So I am walking and sharing my knowledge. So if some of my ideas and insights you like, So please share with your networks, because sharing is caring. That's one thing. Knowledge grows when shared. You should not hide knowledge. We should spread the knowledge. We must share our wisdom, right? So we should share our knowledge, so that our knowledge should be shared with others, so that others will learn something and they can grow. So as a tiny man with a limited resources, but still I am doing my best, because we are living with some purpose, and we have to provide meaning, right? So I am living with purpose and providing a meaning for the people, and I share my stories. So I am sharing lots of stuff while recording and going and recording, and if some of my ideas are appreciated and shared with their networks, so I feel very happy and excited, and I feel that I am making a difference. So too many little drops will make a mighty ocean. So life is like that. So together we can build a better world. That's my message to everyone. An individual can do whatever is possible. So when we all make contributions, so we can build a better world. We can impact, and we can leave our legacy for the next generation of leaders. So this is the objective of doing it. And another thing is that I am not a tech savvy, so I am recording only raw videos and I am uploading, and please empathize with me. And the idea of recording my videos is that I am already 61. I want to keep my memories on my YouTube channel, and if people like, so they can learn and they can share with their networks. So together we will build a better world. That's my idea and approach. So now I will do one thing. I will discuss a couple of aspects. To start with, I will share with you about my life journey. So I was born on October 31st, 1963 in a tiny village in India, and I was born into a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. And for 18 years my life was very chaotic, because I could not enjoy my childhood, and my father was alcoholic and litigant, and my mother is toxic, and I was cursed with toxic siblings. So now I can't do anything, because let bygones be bygones. So let us focus on what we can do it, and you can't change the past, but you can create the future. So where you are born doesn't matter, but what you can do is how you impact the world, how you make a difference, how you impact the world. So avoid complaining, avoid criticizing, avoid condemning, avoid criticizing, avoid complaining. Instead, empathize with others, add value, and make a difference. So this is briefly about that. And for 18 years I was at home, and sometimes I supported my father at the cash counter. Sometimes I collected cash, sometimes I prepared tea, sometimes I cleaned dishes in the tea stall. So like that I led my life. So my childhood was not happy and very chaotic, and right from birth to till date I could not enjoy my life. Why? Because I believed in acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge. So I only get happiness when I add value and make a difference. So that's what I do it. So for 18 years I was at home. Then I joined Indian Air Force when I was 18 or 19 years old. And Air Force life was very challenging, but I had a dream to serve my country. I had passion for service. I had a passion for serving my own country, that is India. And I was born in India, and I am proud of being an Indian. And I joined Indian Air Force when I was 18. I joined on February 4th, Secunderabad. That was February 4th. February 4th, 1982, in Begumpet Air Force Station. Then 5th February 1982, that means very next day, I moved to Tambaram Air Force Station to acquire my training. And I had cultural shocks because the place I was born, the food habits, everything was different. So after I joined Indian Air Force, gradually I started loving it. And anyhow, I had a dream to serve my country. That was the main reason. So I absorbed the cultural shocks. Then I gradually evolved as a healthy citizen. And I am what I am because of Indian Air Force. And I grew as a healthy citizen after I joined the Indian Air Force. So I am very happy that I joined Indian Air Force. And when I joined Indian Air Force, my salary was around 400 rupees. That is in the month of February 1982. Yeah, salary was around 400 rupees. And I gave all the money to support my parents. And so I did my best, but unfortunately, my siblings and other people, they have exploited my money, resources, everything. So lots of challenges. I gave my money to purchase gold to construct the home, but unfortunately my toxic siblings have taken away everything. So I landed in so many problems because of the toxic siblings. So we can't do it. Then what happened after I joined the Indian Air Force? I acquired 6 qualifications. I discontinued my degree because I joined Indian Air Force when I was 18. Then again I continued my degree, and I paid a condonation fee and got a degree, but I could not complete my degree academically. So I took tuitions. So usual degree would take 3 years, but for me it took more than 4 years, and I got my degree from Andhra University. So I had to struggle a lot to acquire my qualifications. So precisely I had 6 qualifications after I joined the Indian Air Force. And DME from Indian Air Force, that was specialized in aeronautical. Then BSc from Andhra University and MA I earned from Ajmer University. I earned MBA IGNO, that was a correspondence course. Then I got my PGDCLL because I did through night college when I was in Jodhpur. Then I got my PGDBM, which was a 2 years course from Ministry of Defence. So total 6 qualifications I earned. All these qualifications I earned through private education. People might think that I acquired my qualifications from Cambridge or Harvard, something of that kind. But I was a college dropout. Then again I continued my education because I have passion for education and learning. And in those days salary was very much limited. 400 rupees I got, and we didn't have opportunities. But still somehow I acquired 6 qualifications. I sacrificed my personal time when I was serving in the Indian Air Force. And I used to prepare notes by going to libraries in Jodhpur and other places in the Air Force Station. So I used to prepare notes, and again I was posted in different units in the Indian Air Force, so we didn't get material also. So I used to prepare my own notes by referring in the libraries, and there was lack of information because I used to go to far distant places in Jodhpur to acquire my education and qualifications. And I started, I was not gifted with English convent education, that was one thing. And I started in Telugu medium. Then I had to struggle very lot to learn the language of English. So lots of challenges. So my qualifications, my education was everything through private, and I acquired 6 qualifications, but there was no consistency in my academic background because I acquired my six degrees from different areas. The basic problem with me was that I did all these qualifications, 6 qualifications, because of my consistency for acquiring knowledge and sharing my knowledge. That's one thing. Second thing was I didn't have any coach, I didn't have any guide, I didn't have any mentor. That was the problem. But I was passionate about education and learning. So that led me to acquire a couple of qualifications, and I acquired all these qualifications. So this is briefly about my academic journey. And nobody sponsored me for my education, nobody funded for my education. Everything was my own money. With limited money I was managing. So that's how I led in Indian Air Force. Then I stayed in the Air Force units in the Jodhpur only to acquire qualifications, to acquire knowledge. So like that, whatever was possible, I did my best and acquired 6 qualifications. Then again, what happened? I joined. So I served for 12 years in the lowest rank of a corporal. Then again, people might think that I was a commissioned officer in the Indian Air Force, but I was not a commissioned officer. I served in the lowest rank of a corporal. This was the challenge. And when I was serving, my father invited me to join for business. Then I accepted the invitation. Unfortunately, my father-in-law and brother-in-law, they have backstabbed and betrayed, and I landed in further problems. Everywhere betrayals and problems in my life. So you can imagine the kind of life I led. So there was no support from anybody, from my father-in-law or brother-in-law. On the other hand, they have backstabbed. That was one problem. And I was born into a toxic family, and lots of challenges in my life. And I had a business failure in the year 2007. Then I had a brain stroke in the year 2021. So lots of challenges I led in my life. But despite all the challenges, I am moving. Because I believe there is some hidden power or hidden force that is driving me to move forward. So I am living with some purpose. Maybe it was a divine force or some spiritual power or the power, my inner spirit or spark. So that was driving me to move forward. So I moved in my life. So as I told you, I don't have two-wheeler, I don't have four-wheeler, no support from anybody. I had to do everything of my own. So you can imagine the kind of challenges I led. And still I am leading the challenges. I am leading from the front despite the health challenges. So 2007, I joined business at the invitation of my father-in-law. Then he backstabbed and betrayed. He and his son, that means my brother-in-law. So they were the culprits. So we can't help that. Then that was a different story. Then I did business which didn't work out. Then I left business and became a faculty member in the year 2007. So in the year 2007, I needed an MBA to become a faculty member, and luckily I had an MBA at that time. So education helped me overcome my adversity. And I had 6 qualifications. Out of the 6 qualifications, one qualification, that MBA, helped me to become a faculty member. Then I became a faculty member. I didn't know anything about teaching and training, but I started learning of my own. So I I became faculty member by trial and error method, and so I discovered my passion for teaching. So rather I discovered. So then I started becoming a faculty member. So 2007 I became a faculty member. Then I took admission for Ph.D. in the month of December, and December 2007 was the turning point in my life, because I made a very bold decision to join for Ph.D. and I needed to support some documents. Then I already contributed some articles in my competitive magazines, and I also contributed articles to some magazines in the year 1991 to 1993. So all the printouts I showed to my guide, and I paid the fee of 10,000, and I joined for PhD in the month of December 2007. And 2008 January, rules were changed and the fee was hiked, and if I delayed by a few days, I wouldn't have joined for my PhD, and I wouldn't have got the money to mobilize to join for PhD. Two setbacks in my life. So the first thing, money was not there, because 10,000 already I put it. So 2008 fee was hiked, and second thing, rules were changed. So friends, you can imagine. So what the takeaway from this video is that whatever the opportunities you get, you avail the opportunities, because we can't predict about the future. So whatever you have at your hand, you have to avail the opportunities and move on. If you delay, you won't get the opportunities. So in my life, I moved the way things came, and I accepted, and I got 6 qualifications, and then I joined for PhD in the month of December 2007, and 2011 I got my PhD in soft skills. So this is that. Then again, I worked in the private colleges since 2007, and I was not paid well in the private colleges. Sometimes colleges were not paying any salaries also. It's a very typical situation in my life, and I had to manage my 2 sons and my wife, whatever the limited money was there. So somehow I managed, and I managed my 2 sons to become postgraduates, and my elder son has got BTech and he got MBA. My younger son got masters from Syracuse University in USA. So I'm very happy that my 2 sons are leading their own paths. So I tell them to choose their own paths and lead happily and peacefully and mindfully. Despite all the challenges, whatever was possible, I did as a father for my 2 sons, and I did. So I was very happy in that way. So from 2010 I started writing books. Then I published 53 books. In all books are of different genre. In the sense, I started as a non-fiction author. Then I started writing about personality development, then executive education, teaching, training, diversity, mindfulness, like that different areas I entered. The challenge with me was again lack of guide, lack of coach, lack of mentor in my life. If I had a mentor, if I had a coach, if I had a guide, my life would have been better, and I would have been gone in one direction. Then I could have achieved success very easily. But for me, I didn't have any guide, I didn't have any mentor, I don't have father, I don't have any godfather to support me precisely. So whatever came and whatever came to my mind, I worked. So I published 53 books in different genre, and now I am planning to publish a book which is a memoir, which is tentatively titled as Survivor. So I will publish a book which is a memoir with the title Survivor. Hopefully I will publish a book, and this book talks about my brain stroke and betrayal and challenges about my life. So all those challenges I would share through storytelling, and I'll publish a memoir. So this is what I'm planning. So hopefully I'll overcome my health challenges, and I'll be able to write a book which is a memoir. So this is about the journey, about my life so far. So far I started introducing myself, then I explained about entrepreneurship, then I explained briefly about my life in a nutshell. So I'll talk various other aspects. As I said you, I'll share with you some certain aspects on life and leadership in this video. So whatever you feel comfortable, you can take it. Whatever you feel not comfortable, you can remove. Life is all about learning, unlearning, and relearning. I strongly believe. So things that doesn't work out, just discard. Whatever the things that work out for you, you accept and learn and move. That's what I do in my life, and also I encourage you to lead this path, because life is a gift from God. So we are gifted with a limited span on this beautiful plan. So leverage your time, utilize your time for social good and impact world. Oh, sorry. So just here is the there is a signal, then only we can go, otherwise we can't go. This is red apple, that is hilltop. So I am standing here and I'll return. So I waited for a moment. So this is the market, and we'll go and come back. Huh? Wait. ఇది వేరే రూట్లో వెళ్తారు, ఇలా వెళ్తా తెలుసు. కమ్. So this is the center point. We are returning, and this is red hilltop red apple market. No, same thing, we are going. Wait. Right. So we will return now. So just hold it. It's very cold, so I'll rub both hands. It's very cold in Seattle, so I'm rubbing both hands so that I can create heat and I can walk. So luckily my wife is with me, so I hand over my smartphone to my wife. So walk. So now what we are doing is, so I have discussed various aspects. Now I'll talk about we are going through a different route and we'll go home, right? And just let me take a direction. So now I will talk about my philosophy. I started writing my own philosophy, and how I got idea I'll share with you. How we get the ideas is that I get ideas especially when I walk. As I told you that I don't have two-wheeler, I don't have four-wheeler. I go for a walk and I enjoy the nature. So when I was walking a month ago, an idea flashed on my mind about my philosophy. Then again I googled on YouTube Professor M.S. Rao's philosophy. Then I was very much excited to know that my name appeared on the first page with first result, that Professor M.S. Rao's philosophy is to emphasize education first, health first, education second, and wealth third. He harnesses technology. So when I got the result, I was very much excited. It was a aha moment in my life. So I felt it was the power of universe. So I felt very much excited, and then I started working on that particular aspect. And usually what I do is that whenever I get ideas, I write them. For me, a short pencil is better than a long memory. That means whatever I used to write down the notes since my childhood, and of course for the last 4 years I am not able to type and I am not able to eat with my right hand, but usually I scribble. I write with a pen and I make notes. So whenever I get ideas, immediately I will capture the idea, and the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So I am very positive and I am proactive, and I work on my ideas. Not only working on the ideas, I also execute them seriously. And but I work at my own pace because of in view of my health challenges. So I decided to work on my own philosophy. So then when the idea flashed on my mind, immediately I captured the idea, and I captured the idea and noted down on the MS Word document, philosophy MS Rao. Then again I googled, then I created a couple of words. Then I was thinking in which direction I had to go. Then I thought of creating my own educational philosophy, because I am passionate about education and learning. So I decided to work educational philosophy tentatively, but I don't know how it happens, that we can't predict. But I started in the right direction, but it takes its own time, because probably this will be the lifetime project of my philosophy that I will create definitely. But today morning also for 2 hours I sat and noted down some points about my philosophy and expanded my ideas. So that's how I led. So this is briefly about educational philosophy. Then I prepared a couple of words and connected the dots. The words I loved are virtue, God, universe, attitude, gratitude, empathy, humanity, like that. These are all the words I have taken from my books, because I already published 53 books. So I have picked up the words that are close to my heart, that resonate my thinking, and captured. Then I created a template of my philosophy, connecting virtue, connecting philosophy with virtue, God, religion, empathy, humanity, gratitude, attitude. So these are all the things I have connected. So I created a template of request to interview me. So it takes it takes a time, because it's a month ago only I started my own philosophy. It takes its own time. Everything happens according to the time. Everything takes time, and we have to be patient. In my case, I have become more patient after the brain stroke. Otherwise, I was very aggressive by nature. So I slowed down in view of my brain stroke. So then again I started googling about who is the father of philosophy. Then I came to know that Socrates is known as the father of philosophy. So I felt very happy, because I admire Socrates, and I often mention about Socrates in my books, and also in my teaching and training programs. So I thought of exploring from that perspective. Then I came to know that already I published an article, "What is your leadership philosophy?" Then I also published a research paper on Stoicism. So like that, lots of things I did. But after the brain stroke, I had temporary short-term memory issues. So gradually I started connecting the dots. So this is what I am doing. Then also I am planning. I am trying to explore philosophy from the perspective of education. Then again dogmatism. Then again I want to emphasize Eastern philosophy, because I was born in India. So that then again today also I started thinking about various philosophies. Then I just wanted to know about metaphysics. Then again today, a few hours ago, I googled about Adi Shankaracharya, who started Advaita philosophy. So he was born in Kaladi, and I think he died in what that called? I went Kedarnath. Yeah. I visited Chardham, that means Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath. So he died in Kedarnath. That's one of the Jyotirlingas. So that means I felt very much excited that I am going on the right track to create my own philosophy in the future. But it takes its own time. But definitely I will create my own philosophy. That is but sure. First of all, I have to improve my health, and I have to improve the mobility of my right hand, and I have to type. So these are all the things. This is briefly about my philosophy. So the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. I always take first step. I am very proactive, and I write down and I execute things, but I am at my own pace. So daily I invest around 1 to 2 hours on philosophy, apart from doing my routine reading and researching and other things. So this is about my philosophy. And now again I am thinking to publish a book on my own philosophy. uh, but it takes time. It will take few more years to create my own philosophy, because when I write my own philosophy, it should be unique. So something unique I have to provide to the humankind. So I'm in the process of creating my own philosophy and impacting humankind. And my life on this beautiful planet is limited. So I want to utilize my precious time, and that is the reason why I am recording my memories, because what happens next, that we can't predict. So what my time on this beautiful planet is limited. I am already 61, maybe 10-20 years I might live. So I want to do my best. Every second I want to impact. I believe in impacting the humankind. So now I am again standing at the junction, then we are returning. So we are looking for the so we got a green signal, then I am walking. So I am standing here. So friends, so far I have discussed about, I introduced myself, then again I shared with you about Seattle story and entrepreneurship, then again I shared about my brief outline. No, it's a brief outline of my life. Then I shared with you about my philosophy. Then I will I'll take some other aspect. So I am waiting for my wife at the junction. So tomorrow we want to try some other area, because every day we want to try some different area. So So tomorrow we will go some other area. So we are trying some different routes. Because always I don't believe in going the same route. I want to try different areas. In my life, I never stick to one particular genre. I don't stick to one particular educational qualification. I keep exploring something different. I don't know why it is, but I'm very curious and creative by nature. I want to explore some new things. So now we are returning home, and it's a straight road. I don't think there is any problem for us. Okay then. So now I'll share with you about Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. It's the same straight road. It's the same route. It's the same route. No, not that. We are going straight. Straight road. So we are going through a different route. Okay. So I started, as I told you that I share with you various aspects on life and leadership. I create my own models, methods, frameworks, philosophy and rules. So now I will talk briefly about a rule that is known as Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. So I started Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. This is about my daily routine, especially being an early bird and being an early riser. So October 31st, 2024, I had an idea of creating Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule, and I created on October 31st, 2024. It was unique in 4 aspects. Why? Because I was born on October 31st. Second thing was I was born on Thursday, and third thing was that we celebrated Diwali across the world, and fourth thing was it was a Halloween day. So because of these 4 aspects, October 31st, 2024 was unique in my life. So I started Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. And why I started Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule was that I served in the Indian Air Force and I became an early bird. I used to wake up every day morning and I used to go for a health run with my colleagues in the Indian Air Force. So that was the one reason I became an early bird. And second thing was that I've been hitting, I have been waking up in the morning 4 o'clock since 2007. So that was the second reason. Third thing was that I believe in learning, unlearning and relearning. So because of these aspects, I started Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. Of course, there are other reasons also about Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. So this is a different route. Tomorrow we will try some different route. Now we are returning through a different route. Okay, I think it would take maximum 1.5 hours. It's 1 hour already. It may take around 30 minutes maximum to return home. Usually I take 1 hour to walk, and today I think it's taking more than, I think it will take around 1.5 hours to walk. That too, it's very cold here in the Seattle, and we are going to watch snow in this area very soon. The weather is changing very fast, so I want to utilize my time for walking as long as snow becomes a dampener. So as long as the things are okay, I just want to enjoy the nature and I want to share my stories. So that is one of the reasons. So this Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule is that I wake up every day morning 4 o'clock. I create my own knowledge, and I write, type everything. Of course, for the last 4 years I am not able to type and write with my right hand due to the health challenges. But I am an early bird, early riser. So I used to wake up morning 4 o'clock and I create lot of things. Then I generate knowledge throughout the day. And generate means how I generate my knowledge, because I am already 61 years old. So I have I observed many people, many aspects across India, and of course now in US. So I observed various people. Then again I have diverse experience. I connected everything. Then I share with the world. So I generate knowledge. And third thing is I destroy unwanted things, folders at the end of the day, because the things which don't work out, we should discard. So precisely learning, unlearning and relearning. So this is the method I follow. So night what I do before I go into bed, what I do is that I prepare a to-do list. I prepare a list of 3 things which I want to do it. Then I program my subconscious mind with to-do list. Then then next day morning I wake up and I do things automatically, because already I programmed my subconscious mind with a to-do list. I prepared a to-do list with three main activities or 3 tasks. Then I do it. So this is how I do it. So then again next day morning I wake up. So this is the daily routine I do it. That means morning 4 o'clock I wake up, night 10 o'clock I sleep. So this is how I do it. And this is what I do it. And afternoon I take a nap, or sometimes I sleep to recharge myself. Then again I go to bed. So that's how I do it. So morning 4 o'clock to night 10 o'clock I work very, very hard. So because of my dedication and discipline, and because of my daily routine, especially my morning routine, helped me create to publish 53 books. So this is what I have done despite having health challenges for the last 4 years. Fine. So this is what I have been doing. So I implore you to emphasize walking, meditation, swimming. So this is what you can do it. So when you go for swimming, what happens? The entire body is put to work, and you will be very agile and active, and the entire body will work out, and you will enjoy your life. And second thing is that you can go for meditation. All that you have to do is go to a serene place, and with a mat, and do meditation, so that you can unlock your creativity. Third thing is that you can go for walking. That's what I do it. So when you walk, what happens? You can integrate your mental energy, physical energy, spiritual energy, and you will be very active, and you will be productive and creative. So this is the advantage of following Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. And when you, by following Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule, you will be able to check depression, you can check dementia, you can check depression, you can check decision fatigue, you can check depression, you can check depression. So there are multiple advantages of by following Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule. So I request you to stick to rise in the morning, and to add value and impact. And I came to that some of the people, thinkers, they wake up in the morning. I think recently, a month back, I came to know that Bob Iger, he wakes up in the morning 4 o'clock. He was a CEO of Disney. So, and when you look at Tim Cook, he wakes up in the morning 3:45, and he does lots of stuff, including checking mails and other things. That's how he does it. So many people are early risers, and I am also an early riser, and so I implore you to be an early bird. And so when you follow the Professor M.S. Rao's 4am rule, so you can unlock your creativity, you can unlock your potential, you can be mindful, you will be ethical, and you will add lots of you will be able to impact the humankind. So lots of things you can do it. Apart from that, you can also go for apart from that, you can go for going to gym, and you can go for you can pursue some creative hobbies, sports. So when you pursue the hobbies, then you can unlock your potential, and you will be active, and you will have longevity. Globally, people are living for a very long time. People are having longevity because of the better healthcare facilities, and people are living for a very long years. But they come with some health challenges. So what you have to do is you have to focus on health. The message of my book, the titled See the Light in You, is that health first, education second, and wealth third, right? So you can follow Professor M.S. Rao's 4M rule. So you can there are multiple advantages of this Professor M.S. Rao's 4M rule, and apart from that, I would like to caution the people who wake up late. Some people have different circadian clock. Some people are night owls, so we have to respect them. But it's ideal to wake up in the morning, because some people they work remote, some people work hybrid, some people work at different places, different sectors, because of their organizational commitments. So we can't force, but it's advisable to focus waking up in the morning. It is advisable to be an early bird, and then remember, what works for others might not work. What doesn't work for me might not work others. So you only take whatever is useful and related, so that you will be able to achieve happiness. So now I am again standing here. Then we will go to the other side of the road. So I am waiting for the signal. Starting 3 seconds. Good. That's all. So now we are returning. I think it will take 15 minutes to return, and we came through a different route, different shopping malls. So now I will talk about a next topic, that is soft leadership. Now I'll talk about soft leadership. I told you, I create my own models, methods, frameworks, philosophy, rules, like that. Lots of stuff I do it. So I discussed with you about my life in a nutshell. I introduced myself, and I shared with you about my life in a nutshell. Then I shared with you about my philosophy. I shared with you about Professor M.S. Rao's 4M rule. Then I shared Seattle and connecting with the entrepreneurship. That's what I did it. So now I'll talk about soft leadership. Soft leadership is the book. Soft skills is the area I coined, and why I coined this new leadership perspective, that is soft leadership, was that when I was teaching for EMBA students, and when I was conducting MDP programs, some of the audiences were asking for some new models, some new leadership. Then I was thinking what to do, because in the 2010 I started writing books, and I was to be awarded Ph.D. in the year 2011. So I was thinking, let me close the gap. Then what I did was I blended soft skills with leadership and coined a new leadership perspective that is known as soft leadership. This is the journey with soft leadership. This soft leadership is a new perspective, and the soft leadership, I'll explain you briefly. The soft leadership is a partnership. The soft leadership is all about leading people with people skills without compromising the task orientation. The soft leadership is partnership. It connects 11 C's. 11 C's means some of them are character, charisma, conscience, consideration, communication, courage. So these are the 11 C's I integrated and created a framework, that is 11 C framework, which is an integral part of soft leadership. And the soft leadership is unique in my life. Why? Because I published 10 books on soft leadership. One of the books on soft leadership is titled Soft Leadership, A New Direction to Leadership. So let me repeat, because I am crossing the junction. I don't want to get into any problems with signals here. So let me cross peacefully. Yes. So I published around 10 books on soft skills and soft leadership. One of the books titled Soft Leadership, A New Direction to Leadership is unique in my life. Why? Because I have dedicated the book titled Soft Leadership, A New Direction to Leadership to Peter Drucker, who is known as the father of modern management, and Philip Kotler, who is known as the father of modern marketing, has written a foreword for my book titled Soft Leadership, A New Direction to Leadership. And third aspect is that the father of modern HR, Dale Ulrich, has created a leadership code for my book. And Dale Ulrich is known as the father of modern HR. So because of these three aspects and because the fourth aspect, I am known as the father of soft leadership globally. And so this is about my soft leadership perspective, and I'm doing a lot of research on soft leadership, and sometimes I get interviewed by the interviewers. Sometimes I request them to interview me, and tomorrow again I have one more interview on soft leadership tomorrow. So this research is a ongoing activity. Research is a ongoing process. That's what I do it. For me, I'll continue doing research until my last breath. So that's what I am doing. And the soft leadership helps countries achieve peace and prosperity. The soft leadership helps organizations achieve excellence and effectiveness. The soft leadership helps all generations, whether they are baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, or Gen Z. And the soft leadership helps for the people, especially from the perspective of artificial intelligence and technology. So these are all the things involved. So the soft leadership is all about partnership. No more subordinates, no more superiors. We are all partners to achieving progress. So that is about briefly about soft leadership. So I am looking for Yes, I crossed. So vehicles. So wherever okay now. So I am going back. So this is about soft leadership, and I am doing a lot of research about soft leadership. In the sense, I want to connect soft leadership with mindfulness, with artificial intelligence, with psychology, with decision making, with employee engagement, and so like that lots of things I am doing. The process is going on. Usually after getting Ph.D, people remain complacent. So okay, I got a Ph.D, so people get complacent. For me, there is no saturation point. I'll work hard throughout my life. I take rest only at my graveyard. Let me repeat my statement. I'll go until I drop dead. In the sense, I'll continue working. I'll continue working till my last breath. I take rest only at my graveyard. I believe in acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge. And why I am telling you is that the life on this beautiful planet is limited. You must know how to utilize your time for adding value and impacting the world. We can't solve all the problems in this world, but whatever the tiny problems or problems that we have to address them and resolve them. That's why I wake up in the morning and I identify important areas and I work on them. Despite having health challenges, despite having the brain stroke, despite having financial limitation, despite being born in a toxic family, but still I am moving ahead because I am living with some purpose. So I am living with some purpose so that I can provide meaning for the people in and around me. So whatever the little bit way, whatever the small way, I am doing my best. So despite health challenges, I am moving forward. I am recording and sharing. So I think it will take 15 minutes to reach home. Then I'll upload this video. So now this when we talk about this soft leadership, people might think that people are very soft. How they can be hard? So I told them during the interviews very clearly that soft leadership doesn't mean that somebody is soft. Soft leadership means leading people with people skills without compromising the task orientation. So let me repeat. The soft leadership emphasizes personality, attitude and behavior. It is to lead people with people skills without compromising the task orientation. In the sense, when you look at leaders like Abraham Lincoln, he was a soft leader, but he never compromised his core values. He led from the front and he impacted the world. Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration since my childhood, and I love this leader. He is the greatest American leader, according to my view. Why? Because he encountered lots of challenges in his life, and he rose from humble origins, and he didn't have any godfather or guide. He started leading of his own. He failed in many ways, and he failed in business, he failed in love. There was no support for Abraham Lincoln. He failed in many ways, and finally became the first Republican president and the 16th president of America. That was the greatness of Abraham Lincoln. That is the reason why I admire Abraham Lincoln, and Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration since my childhood, and Abraham Lincoln has been the greatest American president. It's my personal view. And whenever the leaders have problems with American leaders, they look up to Lincoln for guidance. So it's very clear whether they are Republicans or Democrats, that is different. Ideologies are different, but the essence is one. When somebody, whether some are Democrats, some are Republicans, but the essence of any leadership is to add value and impact. That's what. So Abraham Lincoln led from the front. He united the country when it was about to be disintegrated. He unified USA as a nation. That's one thing. Second thing, he abolished slavery. Two. Third, he strengthened federal structure. Then he modernized the economy. So you can imagine the kind of leader he was. People always excuses. People look for excuses for not doing the things. You have to be part of the solution, not the problem. Let me share with you. Be part of the solution, not the problem. Say everyone has problems, but still you have to work at the problems and resolve. So Abraham Lincoln led from the front. He managed the team of rivals, and of course he was assassinated. That is a different thing, but he was a great leader. So friends, there are so many lessons we can learn from Lincoln. Not only Lincoln, I admire a couple of leaders like, apart from Abraham Lincoln, I admire some leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King. They were all great leaders and soft leaders. They led from the front. They never compromised their core values and philosophy, right? Mahatma Gandhi never compromised India's independence. He adopted peace and non-violence, and he had encountered lots of challenges. Again, he was assassinated. See, you can't be good. You can't be good all the time. Let me share with the world the message. You can't be good with all people. Don't become a people's pleaser. You are there to add value and impact. How you do it, it matters. But it matters through soft leadership. That means soft leadership matters. That's the tagline I am trying to create for my soft leadership. Soft leadership matters. That's the tagline. So this is about Lincoln and his achievements. This is related to soft leadership. I have connected the dots because now I am reaching the home. So I want to utilize my limited time by sharing precious material from my mind. I don't need any books. I can speak from my knowledge, my years of experience. I speak from my years of knowledge, and I am sharing with you on by recording on my video. So why I am recording? Because I want to impact. So I want to share my knowledge, and sharing is caring. So you have to share your knowledge, because everyone has knowledge. Everyone has knowledge. Everyone has everything, but you have to share your knowledge to impact the humankind. So share knowledge. So this is briefly about soft leadership. Then again about Abraham Lincoln. Now I'm reaching home, and still I'm having, I think, 5 minutes. I want to use even that 5 minutes also with some valuable messages, nuggets, whatever it is. So no leader is entirely good, no leader is entirely bad. All leaders have their own flaws. All leaders have their own strengths and weaknesses. Let me repeat, no leader is entirely good, no leader is entirely bad. All leaders have their strengths and weaknesses. We have to look at the strengths and leverage the opportunities to to impact humankind. So I think I'm close to 2 minutes. So now it's 1.5 hours. Oh my goodness, it's very stressful to hold my smartphone with my left hand. Very, very problematic. So friends, so please empathize with me. And I have 4 blogs, and I have 3 YouTube channels, and I'm not a tech savvy, so I'm only uploading the raw videos. I'm not a digital savvy, so I can't do anything. I'm not good at editing and other aspects. I'm uploading only raw videos, so please empathize with me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your networks. And so now I reached home. I think 1 minute. It's very painful, and I'll come back home. I'll reach home. So live every day to impact. So let me check. So friends, so let me. So it's now. Let me check it. Let me look at my own face. So friends, I'm a typical professor, and I share my knowledge in a systematic formula. That means I have my own way of teaching or training or sharing, whatever it is. So I have a template. So I started. I introduced myself. This is that basic. This is the unique template I have created for my books and also for my YouTube's. First thing, I introduced myself. Then second, I shared with you about Seattle story and connected with entrepreneurship. Then I shared with you about my life in a nutshell, from birth to till date. Then again I shared with you about my philosophy, which I have created 1 month back, and I shared with you Professor MS.Rao's 4M role. Then again I shared with you soft leadership, and I shared with you the message at the end that no leader is entirely good. No leader is entirely good. Every leader has strengths and weaknesses. We have to take only the things that are useful and productive and that are useful for the humanity. So the final message is that life is beautiful, life is amazing, life is a miracle, life is a gift from God. Enjoy every moment of your life. Practice gratitude with gratitude.